Hello and welcome to Xinhua Live. I'm Ma Zheng with Xinhua News Agency. Now I'm standing in Japan's Osaka prefecture. Yesterday morning, a 6.1 magnitude earthquake has struck this area, causing 4 people dead and at least 300 people injured. The place behind me is a school where a little girl was killed yesterday morning as a result of the earthquake. The little girl was killed on her way to school when an outer wall at her school swimming pool collapsed. And this school where we are now in Takatsuki City is the school where the little girl used to study. People are doing investigations here to find the cause of the collapse of the wall due to the earthquake. According to local media, local authorities have suggested the death toll is likely to rise, and at least 350 people have been injured across multiple prefectures in western Japan as a result of the quake. Japan's disaster management minister Hachiro Okonoki said people were buried under the rubble of a collapsed building in Osaka, while local rescue officials tried to rapidly locate them. Firefighters also grabbed to extinguish multiple places across Osaka City, Kyoto, and Mie Prefecture. There have been plenty of fires and burst pipes that caused flooding on roads, and at least 70 people were believed to be trapped inside elevators at one point in Osaka and neighboring areas. No tsunami warning or advisory was given as a result of the quake, but the Japan Meteorological Agency said the 6.1 magnitude quake was upwardly revised from a preliminary 5.9 trembler which struck Osaka at around 8 a.m. local time. According to Kansai Electric Power Company, more than 170,000 homes in Osaka and neighboring Hyogo prefectures suffered blackouts as a result of the quake, although power has since been restored. Osaka Gas Company said it has suspended gas supply to around 108,000 households in Osaka as a precautionary measure against fires, and some homes are without running water in northern Osaka. Around 1,300 people have fled to emergency evacuation centers across Osaka, and 1,000 public schools in Osaka, Kyoto, Hyogo, and Nara prefectures called off classes and asked parents to pick up their children. According to the Transport Ministry, both Shinkansen bullet train and local train services in the region were suspended when thousands of passengers left stranded, although bullet train services has resumed. Rescue officials, according to local media accounts, have been helping those stranded on trains struck between stations to get to safety. The 3 airports in the region were forced to temporarily suspend their services, but now they have reopened, and a number of flights were delayed. Japanese self-defense forces, fighter jets, and helicopters were deployed to the area to investigate the scene. The epicenter of the quake was located at a latitude of 34.8 degrees north and a longitude of 135.6 degrees east, and a preliminary depth of 10,000 kilometers, which was later revised to about 13 kilometers. Kansai Electric Power Company said no abnormalities were reported at Takahama, Mihama, and Oyo nuclear plants in central Japan and in neighboring Fukui Prefecture. Officials said all 50 nuclear reactors are functioning as normal. Senior government officials convened an emergency meeting at Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's office to assess the situation early on Monday. Abe told a press briefing that the government will make its utmost efforts to deal with the effects of the powerful earthquake. He told reporters that government officials are operating under the instructions that saving and safeguarding people's lives is a priority. The Japanese premier also said he has given instructions for local officials to carry out damage assessments as quickly as possible and do their best to save and protect lives. Abe went on to say that he wanted the public to be kept informed as the disaster continues to unfold. Japan's top government spokesperson, Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshihide Suga, told a press briefing that so far there have been no reports of serious infrastructure damage as a result of the quake. Japan's meteorology agency has warned people in western Japan to be on alert for further sizable earthquakes occurring in the next few days and for people to be vigilant for the possibility of buildings collapsing. As you can see, it is raining now. The weather agency has also warned people to be on high alert for the possibility of mudslides. Seismologists said the high-intensity tremblers of the quake were owing to its shallow epicenter, and the government said Monday's quake would likely not trigger the mega quake of western Japan that many experts predicted will strike at some point in the not-too-distant future. A quake measuring magnitude 7.3 and the maximum 7 on Japan's seismic scale struck neighboring Tohoku prefecture in 1995, killing more than 6,000 people. As you can see, a memorial desk is set up here. Many local residents, students, mothers when their children came here this morning to send flowers and some foods in memory of the girl killed as a result of the earthquake. The 9-year-old girl was killed on her way to school when an auto wall at her school's swimming pool collapsed. And this school where we are now in Takatsuki City, it is a school where the girl used to study. Many Japanese and international media has gathered here to report the incident. So far, at least 4 people have been confirmed dead, and 350 others have been injured. The victims include 2 elderly men, 1 elderly woman, and a 9-year-old girl. According to public broadcaster NHK, local authorities have suggested the death toll is likely to rise, and at least 350 people have been injured across multiple prefectures in western Japan as a result of the quake. Although it is raining very heavily, local residents came here to send flowers and food to commemorate this little girl. According to Japan's weather agency, this city is going to embrace heavy rains today and tomorrow, so it is warning local people to be on high alert for the possibility of mudslides. This is the general situation in the quake area. Now it's time to wrap up today's report. If you like our show, please subscribe to our channel or follow our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you for watching and see you next time.